To be honest, the day I had set the appointment, I contemplated not going in just out of fear of, I guess, hearing the words "you are pregnant," but I still decided anyway. You'd rather want to know than wait even longer and not know. I was a little ashamed that I was, pregnant. I didn't want to be the girl who got pregnant in high school, and I honestly was super scared out of my mind. I didn't know what I was going to do.
So Alpha Women's Center started in 1982 as a response to increasing abortion rates in Scott County. Over the years, Alpha has responded to that issue in different ways. Starting in 2013, Alpha transitioned to mobile ministry, which is what we have now, a 31-foot RV mobile clinic that provides ultrasound, pregnancy testing, STD testing and treatment, and other support services to women with pregnancy needs.
My name is Dorothy, and I'm one of the original founders of Alpha Women's Center. Vera and I would say, if the test was positive, we'd say if only their tummy would become like glass or a window so they could see that there was a baby there. And then here comes this ultrasound in the motorhome. Answer to prayer. Well, he's a big God. I tell everybody about it because it's so dear to our hearts.
Our staff really is working in this field because they have a heart for the women they serve. They're not doing this because they're getting rich. They're sacrificing the salaries that they would make in hospitals and clinics to do this work.
So I'm Chantel, and I'm a nurse at Alpha, and I've been here for about 6 months now. Previously, I was a labor and delivery nurse, and then I came to Alpha. Compared to a hospital, I get to bring faith into my work a lot more easily. I can pray with clients. It's much more of a holistic setting where I can care for all of them instead of just their physical body.
In fact, I think I can see that first young lady that sat in front of me, and I had to say, your test is positive. That was the hardest thing. Well, then they start to cry, and you cry right with them.
They've helped more than a clinic would have helped me. Like, you can walk into a clinic and have them just tell you, oh yeah, you're pregnant, and that's it. Like, you leave and now you have to figure out everything else. Alpha will sit there and they'll ask, like, what do you want to do? How do you feel about it? They prayed for me right after we finished the appointment. They prayed for me, and that was the moment where I knew, like, okay, now you're gonna have to face it, because I felt protected. Like, I felt like I was gonna be okay.
So our exit surveys are almost 100% completely positive. They leave feeling a little more hopeful, like they have the resources they need, and they feel loved on. And that's just because our staff really is the hands and feet of Jesus to them and shows them through that appointment that they're not alone and that there's people that care for them.
They helped me honestly, like, continue, like, my life, like, to know that there's still, like, a light at the end of all of this. Like, there's still a promise for you to be able to go to school, finish school, get your diploma, have him, like, still be a great mom and do all of that. And they helped me throw my baby shower. And with that, I had almost all of the supplies that I needed. For the first time in a long time, I felt like I had a second family, or 3 and 5, 6, 10 other parents.
There's 3 ways that people can support Alpha Women's Center. Prayer is a huge one. We know that the power of prayer lifts us up and impacts the lives of our staff and our volunteers and our clients. The other way people can support us is by volunteering. We have women who volunteer weekly or monthly on the mobile unit as client advocates working directly with the women. We have volunteers who help in the office stuffing envelopes and doing administrative support. And we have men who volunteer with us driving the mobile unit. It's a little bit uncomfortable for some of our lady volunteers to drive. It is a big RV, and that really allows our ladies to be there to serve, and it's a really great way for men to support our ministry. And of course, the third way that people can support us is through financial donations, through one-time gifts, or through ongoing monthly giving. The result of that would just be more lives saved, more women spared the pain of abortion, more babies that would get to celebrate birthdays, and more families that would have the joy of having that person in their life. When we're evaluating new programs or new directions, things that we're considering, is we always come back to our mission statement as the core and evaluate, does this idea or this program or this thing fit within our mission statement? Or is this a really good thing that might be taking us off course a little bit? And we have a really great board that is very prayerful and mindful of those things and really sticking to the core of our mission.
There's just not words that can really explain like how grateful I am that when God was able to place a group of amazing women and families in my life to help me be able to create the family that I have now. And I really have no words to explain. Like, I have nothing that I could say over and over again to let you guys know how thankful I really am, because you really did save. You saved and you changed my life, like my whole entire life. Darrell has been my biggest blessing, and I could not imagine to be in the position I am now to even say I'm stable enough to take care of Darrell if it wasn't for them. So,
over the lifetime of Alpha Women's Center, we've served over 16,000 clients and done 500 or 600 ultrasounds. We know that hundreds of lives have been saved. Real people who are here because of the work of Alpha Women's Center.
One of our prayers was, if opening up that center was God's will, it will continue on. And 40 years, God blessed Alpha Women's Center beyond our imagination.